Ooh, oh, wait. This is at a weird angle. Yours is too far forward. No, look at your tape marks on the floor, boo.
I know, but I can see all my stuff. You can see my stuff.
Oh, weird. Oh, this is all over the place. Yours is totally in the wrong... Oh, yours is, like, angled weird. That's why.
Why is mine angled weird?
I don't know, but you're the one who put that one there. And it needs to sit on the tape marks.
Oh.
Okay, then it doesn't. Hi, guys. We're off to a great start.
Hello.
That's
wait, are we getting volume, by the way?
Yes, we are.
Yay!
I checked that right away.
Cool.
Hello.
I'm
very green today. Look at me.
Yo, PJ. What's up, dude? All right, so we got some news.
Sorry, that was like rough open.
It wasn't rough.
It's fine.
It was fine.
Welcome back to the
Let's talk
Duets.
about it.
Our one loyal viewer. Anyway, when this goes up elsewhere later, we have announcements. We may mention it again, like after our intermission, if there's more people tuned in by then. Mentioned it last week. We're gonna do another dice giveaway, but we are gonna do it here on stream. As an incentive to try to get more people to watch. I will mention it some more on Instagram this week, but basically next week we'll give you guys a chance to enter to win a custom set of dice.
Custom set of dice?
Custom dice.
What kind of things could I get customized, Haley?
Things like color and with little things I include in it, like moss or gold leaf or stuff. That's what I've got. Like
stuff.
5 other things. Yeah, glitter, metallic pigments, glow in the dark. You can make it glow green. You can make it glow blue.
Basically anything your heart desires will do.
Quite.
Almost anything.
Lots of things.
Lots of things.
So yeah, custom set, which we will hype this week and mention, and then next week when you tune in, we'll, in the style of all of the great Twitch giveaways, we'll do our intermission. People can comment whatever keyword we're going to give you, and we will randomly pick a comment from those and give away some dice.
Yeah, so in order to enter,
you'll have to be here.
You'll have to watch next week's stream.
You have to be here, right here. You'll have to show up at our house.
You have to be on this table.
In time.
Naked.
No! You did this last week, too.
No, I didn't. I'm allowed to wish that people were naked more often.
I shouldn't have thrown that at you. I need it.
Nope, it's mine now.
It's mine.
No, it's mine. Oh, wait, let me see what it rolls for me. 13, I mean, I would still...
That would have been
fine.
Been
a good roll.
Yeah.
Not enough to hit you. Anyway. Yes, so next week, on our stream, we are getting pretty close to the end of this Paladin arc. So you tune in to next week's stream, you comment...
with whatever cue we give you.
Comment with the word duets.
Or whatever we decided is the day of, because we're not settled on that. But
what do you mean we're not settled on that? Duets is fine.
Duets is fine. All right. But next week.
Next week.
Not going to worry about all the details right now. So
next week.
We'll review this next week. Cat. I swear to God.
Fucking cat.
She's scratching at the door.
I will. Can I just kill her?
No.
Please?
No. Rachel would be sad.
What if I turn her into slippers? No.
Move her.
Psst. Oh, that was Thor.
Oh, menace. They're the worst.
It's Dingle Daddy.
Alright, guys.
Anyways, so that'll be our giveaway. That's what we got going on there.
Keep it on Instagram, as always.
Keep it on Instagram.
Updates, info, reminders about that.
Right, but chance to win a custom dice set. It's pretty cool.
You have really good odds, because we got 2 viewers. So, you know?
PJ, you're probably going to win.
You know?
Just because you're like the only guy that watches.
We'll hook you up. We'll hook you up anyway.
With some fancy-ass dice.
Yeah. Anyway, what else? Any other updates? Any other news?
No.
No?
Just, we're kind of ramping up to get into sort of another part of Tiriel's saga, Tiriel's quest. So, I'm hoping to end this one on a good note.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have anything else? You just want to
Like
dive right in?
else, yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
then, excellent. Where we last left off,
We got another person.
nice. 3? That's the most at one time we've ever had! So,
On that note,
yes. Where we last left off, you pursued a man into this old ancient bathhouse that sits in the Ruby District. Right now, currently, everything is sort of still shadowed and obscured in this very unnerving and not entirely natural fog. You chased him down into essentially the lower boiler works of this place. And when you did so, you managed to stun him using your Basilisk Glare ability, an ability of her homebrew subclass for her rogue, this rogue side of her dual classness, whatever the fuck she's doing.
yeah, still all the complicated details.
Anyways, once you had done that, your pseudo dragon proceeded to sting him
Fuck him up.
with his tail, which knocked him unconscious. After that, you guys were attacked by a shadow demon that came out of one of the boiler rooms, and from there, you took that thing down and proceeded then to question this man after Calthena had sort of suggested that he tell you guys the truth. So, after that, you got some information out of him. You learned that because you learned that he was one of Agrahim's men. And that they are definitely here for that same entity that you are here for. And they seek to release it on into the north, or at least that's what he said. And he said that they are being led by a demon named Bast.
That's right.
Yeah. And then after he told you those things and sort of spat in your face and did a little psychic damage, you then slit his throat. You killed him. Killed him. Killed him dead. And then after that, you were hit with a fireball by Sanguine, who appeared out of nowhere to light you guys up. You went down. What's his face? Hugin was literally 1 health point from going down. After a few very generous uses of cure wounds, and some potion drinking, you guys, I believe, are all. He's back up to full. Yeah. He is like
not.
1 second spell slot. 1 second level spell slot, 1/3 level, and 2 first levels left.
Question for you that I should have asked before we did this.
Sure.
Because I leveled up, added my health. Do I add that to my current hit points as well, or just my hit point max? Because I did not add my new health to my current hit points.
I'm gonna say just your
maximum.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's what I did. So that's kind of what I figured, but I should have asked that before we started. Yeah.
Oh wait, let me rewrite my notes on the thing.
Did you erase them all?
I did.
You goober.
I know.
I even set it up with your notes on your side, so you wouldn't have to do that.
Shut up.
We love each other, guys. Just in case there's any question. All 4 of you. Holy poop, there's 4 people watching.
This is too many. I'm glad
also
I have my pants on.
Better. You wouldn't know if we did.
You wouldn't.
I'm also feeling much better. Just gonna be excited about that. Because I was still pretty sick last week. I was real tired by the time we were done.
Real tired.
I even got sent home from work early the next day. So I showed up to work and everybody's like,
Go
we're
home.
gonna send you home.
You're disgusting.
It was pretty gross. Black Kevin, hey. Yeah, 1 player, 1 DM. DM is playing NPCs, so we are welcome if you're here for the first time. This is our solo game.
Yeah.
You can always check out past episodes. They're all up on YouTube if you found us on Instagram, or you can find us on Instagram and catch up on those. So yeah, Casey is running a essentially solo game for myself. I play the main character. Awesome. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Yeah.
That's cool.
So D&D more character and story focused than mechanics focused most of the time because we like the storytelling part of it. So
Yeah. Although I hope in the future your football team makes you less sad. I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're doing it wrong. Yeah, I don't watch football either.
You can.
We are almost at the end of essentially the first arc of her character's story. We started with Tiriel, our elf character, at level 3. We are playing in my own custom homebrew world, and this format is what we call a duet. Just one-on-one solo game where I run a few NPCs, but only so that her character's not alone all the time.
All alone.
Yeah.
So that when I get blasted with a fireball, I don't immediately die.
Yeah, that too.
So yeah, but you should be able to keep up if you want to hang out and watch. And welcome. We're glad you browsed Twitch over to where we are because
Totally.
It's pretty neat.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I have a dope ass pseudo dragon and a mechanical spider. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, Miles. This is the mechanical
Miles.
spider, and the pseudo dragon remains nameless, which I kind of like.
He'll get a name eventually. He's just the pseudo dragon.
Maybe the
He's
pseudo dragon
too
has
cool
his
for
own
a
name. You never asked what his name was.
I feel like I did.
No, maybe you did.
I got the impression that he likes rare books, and that didn't really give me a name idea, but made me very fond.
All right, so
Where we are now, yeah, Sanguine is in sort of the central chamber of the bathhouse.
yes,
We are approaching.
yes. So
This ominous music in the background.
with where we last left off, you were approaching Sanguine in the center of the bathhouse.
Mm-hmm.
You could see her being illuminated by these several thin shafts of light piercing through the canopy at the top. However, at this point, you gather that she hasn't really noticed that you're there, but she's sort of staring like off wistfully. Mm-hmm. She certainly, you get the, she clearly expects you, but you don't know if she knows your exact location currently. But she's standing there in the darkness. What would you like to do? You have Hugin and Calthena right behind you. They're sort of trying to keep quiet as best they can. They're not as good as that as you are. You're currently, I would say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's always.
Because you're like in the doorway of, you can see the one of the baths, right?
Oof.
Right in front of you, off to your right. Mm-hmm. And then past that bath where there's the great stone slab with like some intricate elven stonework going on. Past that is that central chamber, which is illuminated slightly, like I said. I would say you're a good 60 or so feet off.
Okay.
Maybe a little more.
Okay.
So you can see her. Yeah, what would you like to do? Hugin and Calthena are right behind you, sort of awaiting your orders.
I'm just gonna silently motion for them to, like, split off, and they can, I'm trying to think, yeah, like, sort of fan out.
You know Hugin is not sneaky at all, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm aware.
You know that neither of them are
right
sneaky.
next to me, because I'm really sneaky.
You could have them, I don't mind.
I could have them wait. I don't have any way to make them more sneaky.
Nope.
So,
you know that Calthena has message. You guys have used that in the past.
I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will just, and I can just use message and tell them to,
Sorry, I was reading comments, but I'm still listening.
Okay. Tell them to sort of stick to the left-hand side, and I'm gonna head to the right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull the hood up on my cloak and tell them to just maybe give me a moment to talk to her.
Okay. If we see anything, though, as soon as you command, we'll go in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Kalthena says. Hugin's just sort of waiting silently. He's bristling a little bit. You can tell that he's eager to get some payback on Sanguine.
Mm-hmm. If anything goes poorly, just unload on her.
Hugin smiles at that.
And I'm going to pull my hood up and sneaky around the other side.
Okay, so just for frame of reference, I think we drew it last time. You're like, the room that you're in, or at least in the doorway of, is like a semicircle, right? There's 2 doorways on either side, right? You guys are on the left-hand side one, where you just come out of that spiral staircase from the boiler works. Anyways, from the boiler works, so you can continue on to the right to the other doorway of that same semicircle. There's also another semicircle with another bath right on the other side of that. So you could go to the doorway on that side and enter in from Sanguine's like sharp right, instead of just moving on to the next doorway and entering in from there, where Hugin and Kalthena are in essentially the general vicinity.
Yeah.
If you'd like to move along further.
I'd like to go further.
Okay.
From around the other side.
So you're having them wait at the doorway, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will let them. Let's roll some stealths. That's bad. That was good. And then I'm gonna have Sanguine.
She will be at disadvantage to detect
For you.
me.
Not for your allies.
No, but yeah, if she's just rolling to see them.
Oh, she rolled way poorly too. Okay.
Nice. We're off to a great start. Bye, PJ. We'll be here. You know where to find us.
Yep, we'll be here. Oh, by the way, what is Miles going to be doing? That's actually... Thank you for reminding me.
That's actually, yeah.
Because he's good at stealth.
He's real good at stealth. Yeah. Is there... Like, there's no openings towards the top he could climb towards?
So those semicircles are fully closed in, and as far as you know, the central chamber is, but you're not sure. There is shafts of light pouring through, so it could be exposed open to the sky.
Just how it would be a long way around to get to those exposed areas.
I mean, he could climb on through, like, on the roofs of the semicircles, upside down, and then essentially he would emerge where there's still a little bit of, like, wall, but you don't know if that central chamber has a roof or not.
Okay. Then I want him to actually sneak through the doorway and up the wall where Hugin and Kalthena are.
Okay.
And be sort of somewhere up the wall.
Okay.
There.
So he's near them. Got it. I know exactly where he's at.
Okay. Do you want me to roll stealth for him?
Yes, please.
That's a 14.
Plus.
14 in total. And
Oh,
I
okay.
rolled a 7.
Oh, wow, okay. No, that's good. What? I want you to roll me a stealth check at this point.
Me? Stealth check for me? I have advantage to... Well, I have advantage to hide.
So the spider is actually very sneaky. It was designed to be a, like, essentially a...
B&E spider.
Yeah, it was essentially designed to steal things from people. So it is very quiet.
I don't have advantage just in a general stealth check. I only have advantage to hide. Correct?
For the Cloak of Elvenkind?
Yeah, it just says advantage on stealth checks made to hide.
Let's look up Cloak of Elvenkind.
I think I just roll normally and add whatever I roll.
Yeah, stealth checks made to hide.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying
Fuck
to
off, cat.
stay. What are you doing? Bye. He's leaving. I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's back. That's a 21.
21 to stealth?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I rolled. Yeah, I roll her perception again, but this time with disadvantage. Not as bad. She doesn't see you, however.
Cool.
Because she has no addition to her perception.
Love it.
All right, so you make your way around to another semicircle, the same as the one that you were previously in. No, this is yeah, he's well lubricated. We could say that. Yeah, just he's a small contraption essentially made of clockwork and magic, and certain metals and alloys and stuff. And he's just, with the hand waviness that is magic, he is a little sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
He's pretty cool. Yeah. Spiders in general are sneaky creatures. So I just sort of transitioned that into it being a mechanical spider. It's still sneaky. And it's not big at all. It's like maybe the size of a small dog.
Big enough to carry boots.
Big enough to carry boots, yeah.
Anyway. We are sneaking.
Mm-hmm. You're sneaking along. So you're entering in from essentially directly to her right. You can see that now she's sort of looking about, but she seems, again, sort of distant. Mm-hmm. In a sense.
I don't want to fully pop out of where I'm sneaking through. But I want to watch. I want to keep an eye on her and see if she seems to notice any of my allies who are less sneaky than I.
Okay.
And wait a moment until I'm sure everyone's sort of stopped moving around.
Well, your allies certainly have. They didn't move very far at all.
Okay.
But she is sort of looking around, and then you hear her call out, and she says, Tiriel, I didn't want to have to kill you. I very much liked you. I thought we were very similar, you and I.
You're not wrong.
Are you calling out to her?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna stay, tucked away behind the, on the other side of the door frame.
Okay. Are you gonna do any sort of trickery to mask the location of where you're...
I'm gonna use message to respond back to her rather than actually call out.
Oh, okay, cool. See, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you're just gonna give away your position.
Yeah, no.
Don't do that, no.
So yeah, I will just use message to respond back to anything she says to me.
Okay, cool.
Unless I state otherwise. And just respond back. You're not wrong. In a just very slightly different world, we might have helped each other with this.
You still could, I wasn't strictly given orders to kill you. Strictly. And we could certainly use that staff you're carrying.
I don't think you could.
Well, we could use someone who could use it then. And she's saying all this out loud. She's not bothering to keep her voice down. She's not bothering to use the message to communicate back to you. Mm-hmm. She is just speaking out in the open.
Sanguine, what do you stand to gain from this?
Ooh, asking hard questions. You said I was a pet. I stand to gain my freedom.
Are you sure?
I am. I'm serving a master greater. A master who promises to release her children from their bondage.
I don't see anyone holding you hostage here. What's left for you to be released from? You are a long way from Lamia.
You don't know what the magisters are like?
No.
You don't know how relentless they can be.
Well...
If it wasn't for Agrahim, I would be hunted. If I'd been alone, if I'd come here by myself, if I tried to escape or flee, You don't know what it's like.
No. My people were content to just chase me out. They don't seem to want me back. Sanguine. Do you really think you can release this thing?
I can't. But I am in contact with powers that can.
And you think you'll survive when you do?
Oh, absolutely. I don't deny it for a second. You know about power, and you've dealt with it. Power's been whispering to me all my life. Great powers from a realm not our own. I know that they can direct this thing in its mindless hunger. And once it's done here in the north, it'll go south.
To what? You're gonna send it into Lamia?
Give me a perception test.
Okay. Oh, there's 7. 15.
15?
Yeah.
You see the flicker of a grin on her face.
She just smiles when I ask if she's gonna send it into Lamia.
Mm-hmm. Always bourbon.
Always. So gross.
All that pizza, dude. Australian huntsman time again.
This is what happens when like there's a good chat going and we're not looking. That's good.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a bird-eating spider. This is like a cat-eating spider.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Maybe even a dog-eating spider, but it's mechanical, so it's not as scary.
It doesn't really eat anything.
Yeah. Except lightning.
And boots.
And boots. Lots of boots. It likes to steal boots for some reason.
Whew, sorry.
Come on, Tiriel, I haven't got all day.
Oh.
I've been meaning to pay you back for that little comment.
Oh, which one?
That I was a
Is there
pet.
a specific one?
That one. She's gonna now roll again to try to find you. Dang it. And your stealth was a...
21.
21? Yeah, she rolled a freaking 9.
Oof. I'm just thinking. I have so many things I want to throw at her, but I don't know which one to go with.
And she doesn't have any spells that could find you.
Nope. I wonder, Sanguine, what are you willing to sacrifice to make this happen?
Oh, I've sacrificed quite a bit to make this happen. Already.
Really?
Yes.
Your brother? You're willing to let him fight for this? You're willing to watch him die?
What makes you think I haven't already sacrificed him?
Nothing. Other than... I don't have a feeling. Okay. Just a lot of silence over there.
Hold on.
I'm not going anywhere.
you watch her whisper an arcane incantation.
Mm-hmm.
And as she does so, you see what appears in the shadow, a shadow hand. So she creates the arcane glyph. There's now the image of a shadow hound now. It's sort of on the ground next to her, and she looks over to it and she says, "Go find them." And it begins to pad in a random direction. I'm going to decide via a D4.
Okay.
So basically, 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes. It's going down towards your allies.
I'm gonna use message to Calthena
Okay.
and tell her, like, maybe do what you can to stop the dog.
Okay. Calthena, being the smarty pants that she is. Oh, I don't know if I should do this or not. I just feel like she would.
I mean...
She's a wizard, man, so she just... Fuck. Well, I'm gonna leave it to the dice, really.
Okay.
Oh, well, it's a 19 for Arcana. She actually whispers back, she says, "Don't worry, Tiriel, that's an illusion. She's trying to trick you and get you to come out."
Oh, well.
God damn it! God damn it!
I mean, I could have done that, but
I know, but you didn't.
I didn't.
Calthena would have. Would have watched the arcane sigil and watched what she was doing.
Because if it had come towards me, I would have looked closer at it. It went towards them, so it's like, I'm gonna let them handle that.
Yeah, so like any spell, and just for future reference, that has like verbal, somatic, and material components, you can do an Arcana check to see if you know that spell. If you actually know the spell, or if it's like a low-level spell, your chances are greater. If it's a higher-level spell and you don't know it, then your chances are significantly. It's much harder. But especially anything with somatic components, because of the way that people cast in this world, by creating glyphs in the air, like, you can read those essentially. They're signatures.
So I guess she was like 60 feet away from where we were initially.
Yeah.
How far away does that dog get before it disappears?
I mean, it keeps walking. It's walking literally right towards them.
Okay.
I would say currently it's now entering their semicircle.
Gotcha. Looking at what I have. I'm going to... Oh, it's only... Mage Hand is 30 feet. Is the range you've got on it, right?
I don't know, look at it.
I've got it. Yeah, 30 feet. Yeah. I'm going to cast Mage Hand. I'm going to reach into my pouch and pull out just a, like, handful of ball bearings. And sort of pour them into the spectral hand.
Can it hold those?
Yeah, it can hold stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna float it towards that, like, because there's 3 doorways into here?
So,
or just 2? There's
so
the one
in
that
the
Kevin and
semicircle that you're
are
in,
at.
there's...
I'm at the far side. Is there any other doorways?
I thought you went to all the way to the...
I did go all the way to the end.
No, look, so like... So this is like the central chamber.
Okay.
This is the semicircles,
Okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
Each semicircle has 2 doors.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And I thought you went from... This is where your allies are. This is where Sanguine's at.
Okay.
And I thought you went all the way around it in here.
No, that's where I thought I went too. So
Okay,
we're
cool.
on the same page.
Cool.
So I actually want to float the mage hand around to just outside this middle door. That's what that was on the picture.
Which one?
This second door.
Oh, okay.
I want to just leave it there for a moment.
Okay.
And use message back to Sanguine.
Okay.
And tell us like, dog's not going to get very far.
You're saying that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling your bluff.
Which one, Sanguine? I have many going at once.
So the dog, just so you know, he's just heading in this general direction.
Uh-huh.
I'll have him now pick a direction, because he'll be stopped at the stone slab, which is like right here.
Okay.
And since she's going to try to keep up the naturalness of it, so odds left, evens right. Even. So it's going to go right towards your ball bearing spectral hand.
That would be
Yeah, I thought
left.
your hand was here, right? My right.
Oh,
excuse
you're
me.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going towards the bearings, not
Okay.
towards your allies.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
As it gets to the doorway, I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss the mage hand and have it drop all those.
Shing, 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 shing. They all just clank into the ground at once. And as they do, the dog essentially disappears simultaneously as she goes ahead and she launches a fireball at that spot. Ka-koom! Let's see. 2, 3, 4. It envelops that whole area, but it doesn't manage to actually strike or hurt because they're on the opposite side of that. Mm-hmm. However, the light created from that event is enough that it lets Sanguine see. And you hear her curse under her breath, but then she immediately turns her hand to them and she says, "I found you!" And then she's going to go ahead and launch a scorching ray
Okay.
at them.
Does
It's at this point
anyone
also...
get a chance to do anything before she does that? Before she casts another spell?
We'll leave it up to Dex.
Okay.
So, real quick, since we're doing this,
Mm-hmm.
since things are now popping off,
Mm-hmm.
Where is my... Okay, so, real quick,
Yes.
we'll say, yeah, I'll leave it to a Dex check. So, Hugin got a fucking natural 19, Jesus.
Hell yeah.
And he adds nothing to his dex, so
Nope.
he's probably going first. Sanguine got an 11 plus 2, so that's 13. Calthena got a nat 20.
I should roll.
If you want to do something, well, your action was kind of the ball bearing thing,
Oh, okay.
and well, you know what? Go ahead and roll me dex before we go into initiative.
That's a 3.
That's a 3. Okay, so you
It's
can
just
go
a
at the end of
straight
it. You
Dex
can
check.
right to see who's going first with their actions.
Cool. Fucking pop.
Let's see.
What are you chuckling at?
Oh no. Okay. All right, let's see. Because the first thing Calthena is going to do after she launches that fireball and then turns her hand to cast Scorching Ray, Calthena sees the red glyphs coming up and she sees that she's about to cast this spell. And Calthena goes ahead and is already on it. This is like Naruto jutsu signs, whoever can do the signs the fastest, And Calthena is immediately doing her own sigils and stuff, tracing them through the air, and she cast Hold Person on Sanguine.
Hell yeah.
This is not... Why do I do this to myself?
Because I too have hold person, so...
Sanguine has to beat a DC of 14. And it is, what is it? I think hold person is wisdom, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, Sanguine got a natural 16.
Oof.
So she passed. So that has no effect.
Rude.
Yep. Calthena just definitely goes pale as soon as that happens.
Yeah. Wisdom save.
Because now she realizes that she's not going to be able to do anything to avoid those blasts. Oh. Hugin is going to cast Sanctuary on Calthena. So now she must make another wisdom saving throw. Damn, a natural 17. So she doesn't need to choose different targets.
Ba-dum-bum.
Okay, so now she's going to do Scorching Ray.
Okay.
She's doing it at 5th level.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, so that means she's doing... how many rays is that? It's 3. So 3 plus
1 additional.
4 more. Yeah, for each level slot above the second. No, so 3 more.
3 more.
So it'd be 6.
Yeah.
So I need to roll 6 attacks, essentially.
Oh, I have one more. I have another 3rd level spell slot. How does... Isn't it like a... I'll just look it up. You've lost the music too.
I know. I was kind of waiting for when we actually got into combat, but... Alright, so hold up. You ward a creature within range against an attack. Until the spell ends, any creature targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell. Okay. Got it. So basically 3 times. Sanguine's got to pass this check 3 times to try to hit what's her face with it. Hugin's also going to create the Twilight Domain.
Nice.
So he's going to give himself 8 temporary hit points along with Calthena. Let's play the music. Let's see.
Music.
Okay, so real quick.
Rainblade 420. You're on Twitch too. I hope you like your dice.
Nice.
Welcome if you're watching.
Okay, so that's a 5. So she'll have to redirect 1 at Hugin. That's a 3. She'll have to redirect the second at Hugin.
Miles is over there too. I don't know if she sees him, but she can always attack him.
I was
Just throwing that out there.
You know what? What was his stealth check? 14?
Yeah.
I'll say because he's probably the least detectable out of all of them. Well, she rolled a 16. So yeah, she'll go ahead and split all 6 of her beams, 2 and 1 at Calthena and the other 3 at Hugin.
Okay.
Wait, is that right math? Yeah.
Yeah, 6 beams total.
Mm-hmm. So let's roll the attacks for the beams against Hugin. 3 and a 2. Jesus. All right. What the fuck? I was rolling so hot just a second ago.
No, it's okay. You can stop rolling
A
hot.
4 again. And she gets like a +7 to her things, which that wouldn't even matter. What the fuck? All right. So all 3 beams just lighting up and slamming into the walls behind Hugin. He is just like. You can see in the light his stricken face, his beard is singed, like it's bits of it are smoking, and he's just terrified. Grown back
since he angrily shaved it all off.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he did. 14 on Athena. Let's see. She's got 15. Damn it! Whew. And then on the spider, I'm hitting the fucking spider.
Uh-huh.
Shit. 14 and a 17.
The one hits.
One hits? God.
Yeah. He's resistant to fire damage, so he'll take half damage.
Why did I do this? He's taking 6 points of fire damage.
Total? Is that halved?
Yeah,
okay.
That's halved. So yes, go. Just like Sanguine in her frustration and just her in quick reaction just launches those at your allies. Surprisingly, not many of them hit.
The only one that hits the spider.
Yeah, I rolled really well for her to save against Sanctuary and for her to save against Hold Person. And then just
all of her attention's going to like saving against the spells being thrown at her.
That's true. She was stunned in the moment, having to sort of repel a magical arcane hold that was slowly trying to go over her body, and so after flexing that off, her limbs were a little bit slower, and aiming those scorching rays wasn't as easy. Right, so scorching rays attack rolls. Yeah, for each ray.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. Because remember I missed with all of them when we were fighting that vampire?
Oh yeah, that's right.
That?
Yeah. Scorching ray sucks. I should have done another fireball. But I was like, she's done so many of them. Like, I'm just gonna switch her up. All right. So, with that being said, now it's your chance to do something.
Okay.
And if you want, Miles can also do something as well on your turn. And the pseudo dragon. And then after that, we'll roll initiative.
Okay. I'm gonna actually just have the pseudo dragon hang out. Just have him hunker down on my back. And Miles.
See, I didn't want to waste this epic music.
It's pretty cool music.
But I feel like it's wasted.
It.
Okay, cool. It's still epic. All those misses, so epic.
So epic.
Goom. Just blowing up, and your allies are just so surprised.
Yeah. How far away is Miles?
From you?
From her.
I mean, I would say Miles is a little further up, so he's probably a good 45 feet.
Okay. Does he have like a clear line of sight to her? But
dude,
does he have a
such minimal damage? Oh wait, Rainblade said something.
Yeah. I'm saying something though.
Okay. Alright.
Does Miles have a clear line of sight to her?
Yes, absolutely. Especially from his position being on the roof of this little room.
Okay.
Really? If you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do, you're gonna have him jump on her.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him jump on her.
Okay. I will treat this as an attack roll, essentially.
Okay.
To jump and try to land on her.
Okay. That's fine. Because I want to try to use that as a distraction to sneak up and attack her, too.
Okay. You're still not... She's not noticed you.
I know.
Okay.
But...
So, yeah.
I mean, that doesn't, give me a whole lot of advantages other than just avoiding her.
Can you cover that 60 feet, though, in one move?
I'm also 60 feet away from her?
You're basically on... I don't know if you moved up from that doorway that I pointed at.
Yeah, I mean, I can dash, and I could get... I'd have
you can bonus action dash.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So I could get up to her and then make both of my attacks on her. Yeah. I I couldn't dash and Blade Song though.
No. So you'll be putting yourself in a little bit of a bind.
Um.
Might actually get hit for once.
No. I'll just do something slightly different.
I'll be fine.
I'm thinking, I'm looking at what I can do. I'm gonna have Miles go ahead and do his thing though.
Alright, roll me an attack.
Okay.
He needs, never mind, I won't tell you what he needs to beat.
Ah, fuck. He probably doesn't beat it. I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3?
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, Miles launches off. I need to roll percentage.
I can also roll that, or you can roll it.
I'm rolling it.
Okay.
What is it?
15.
15?
I mean, it's a 15% chance, so you gotta roll.
Like
15 or
beneath
lower.
that, yeah. I think I did.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 0 and 0 zeros.
So that's either 100. You rolled all zeros?
Yeah, so this would be this would be the tens place.
Yeah.
And this would be this would be the tens place. Wait.
So that would be 10.
No, this would be the tens place. This would be the ones place. Right.
Yeah. So it's either 100 or 0.
That's 0. That's
Nice.
solid 0.
Nice.
His legs, poof, just like sort of
Love
stuck into the wall where they're at. They're kind of like left behind.
Catastrophic failure on that one.
He launches out, and as he does, she just she dodges to the side, and he goes barreling past her and lands flat into a tree. Just sort of like lands the whole of his back. Just sort of like crashes against the tree in this just terrible trajectory. He sort of sputters off to the ground and tries to like recover and steady himself, but missing those 2 legs is not something he's used to. So he goes ahead and he just collapses to the ground. He's gonna be prone for the moment. However, I would say her body is now twisted in a way that you could still dash and sneak attack her, because she's definitely not noticed you.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm
All
gonna
right.
just full sprint, run at her,
All right.
and make both my attacks. Do I have advantage?
Oh,
'cause
that's
she doesn't
100?
See me coming?
Well, I think when you're rolling percentage dice, the 1 has to count as
I don't know.
the ones place, because you have a 1. So normally it'd be 10, but when you're doing it with another dice, the 0 is just 0.
I don't know.
So that would either be 0.
I thought that. I don't know. We can decide that later. We can decipher that later. But
Right. I don't know. It's one of those things, but I think because we've been doing it with Alex so much and he's been rolling percentage dice for everything, that's
how he's done it for percentage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Anyways.
Do I have advantage because she does not see me?
You do. Absolutely. You have advantage on that first attack.
That's cocked over there in the corner. Oh, that's good. That's 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
That's a D10 and a D8 and 3D6 for the first hit. I can't get these out of here. Okay.
Why are you struggling to calculate
Sorry. 21 points of damage.
that? 21 points of damage in the first hit?
Yeah. I don't have advantage on the second strike, correct?
No. Also, at the end of that, she's going to, you immediately slash down her back. You watch as a large spurt of blood just comes right across, diagonally from her back. And as that happens, she spins around, and you actually have to duck under her tail as she whips around. But as she does, she points her finger and you bitch! And then she casts Hellish Rebuke on you. You are surrounded by these flames that just erupt from the ground, scorpion style. And you need to roll a dexterity saving throw. Do you have evasion yet?
No.
No? It's on a level 6 rogue feature?
It's level 7.
Level 7, okay.
You keep asking me that.
Sorry.
I've have uncanny dodge, but not evasion.
Gotcha.
And no, haste is what gives me advantage on saving throws. So that's a lot. That's a 21.
Okay, so you succeed on the save. You're gonna take half of 2d10. So it's 12 points of damage. So you're gonna take 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna make my second attack.
Okay.
Nice. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20. Nice. That's a hit.
And I don't add sneak attack to this
Nope.
one. 5 points of damage.
There's so many people.
I know. Hi, people.
Wow.
Did you hear my 5 points of damage?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're still listening to what's happening here, even when there's stuff happening in the chat.
I
I'm
am.
glad you're here, but stop distracting him.
She's gonna get mad at me. You did 5 points of damage. Excellent.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks.
Perfect.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Anyways, now what's happening?
Man.
What's next?
Now we
Should
all
we
need to
roll
roll.
initiative?
Yes, absolutely. Let's roll initiative. Gulping that down.
That's
More for Sanguine. Sanguine got a 7. Plus 2.
nice. Miles. That's done.
Hugan got a 19 again.
Ouch. God, I roll shit for initiative.
What'd you get?
An 8.
You got an 8 total?
Yeah.
Because Sanguine got a 9, so she'll be above you.
Fuck.
You want to roll for your Pseudo Dragon? Pseudo Daddy?
Oh, sure.
Calthena got...
Oh, he rolled great. He rolled great. I think that's like a 13. I forget what he adds.
Calthena got a
Yeah,
15
13.
plus 2, so she got a 17. What'd your Pseudo Dragon get?
13.
13?
Yeah.
He goes right after Calthena. Do you want Miles to try to do anything?
I rolled for Miles. He got a 5, and he's just gonna chill. He can still get around on 4 legs.
You might want him to get up. She might try to destroy him. I don't know if she's that vindictive. She's also by herself. Okay.
I just gotta say, it's really cool to have all you guys here. It's kind of a welcome change. I love seeing you guys like talking in the chat. This is what we're trying to build. It's pretty cool. Thanks for being here. Well, Casey reads stuff.
Well, I read things.
Because this is what D&D is. Sitting in silence while your DM reads and plots his next move.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. What are people doing?
So, with Hugan up, he sees that you're sort of now in the fray. I guess as a bonus action, he's going to cast Spiritual Weapon. That'll be his last second level spell slot.
What does his spiritual weapon look like, Boo?
I'm not sure.
Oh, come on! You don't already have that thought out?
No, I never thought about that, actually.
Ah!
Probably just the staff. Or just a big barrel of mead. It's just a giant barrel.
It's just a barrel.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know. I imagine it's like this large staff with like a dream catcher at the top.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dope.
Because he's all about Spideys, you know what I'm saying?
Nice save.
You know what I'm saying? Alright, so he's gonna do that. That's his bonus action.
It's getting really hot in here.
But he's gonna cast it right next to her.
Yeah, I haven't had mead in a really long time, actually. Have some nice, chilled mead.
Alright, so it's going to make an attack on her. That's a 12. Plus his melee spellcast, which is 6. So that's
Hell
18.
yeah.
That's going to hit. So it's going to be 1d8 plus his ability modifier, which is 3. So 8 points of damage.
Nice.
Wrong way.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Just start adding all of it. Like, why can't we kill her?
Yeah, man, it's gonna be
She's
impossible.
just soaking up damage.
Just so powerful. Alright, so with that out of the way,
So giant staff.
he's gonna
outlined
then
in
just
sort of black and white.
he's just gonna
energy,
sacred flame.
just swings through the air, clocks her in the face.
Yes.
Love
Yes. Clocks her in the face. Then he's gonna cast sacred flame, which she rolled a. It's a dex saving throw, right? She rolled a 13, so that doesn't beat it. So
Hell
you
yeah.
2d8 more radiant damage. 2, 3, it's only 5.
I mean, every little bit counts.
Oh yeah, I mean, at this point, she's fucking hurt. Ah. Stab myself.
Nice.
Now it is Kalthena's turn. I really should just make you play by yourself.
I mean, we'll learn.
Totally.
It's not as bad as the time that I had everybody on my side.
Kalthena is going to. What kind of reach does haste have?
I don't recall. Because I cast it on myself, so I don't ever know what the range is on it. Haste, 30 feet.
30 feet? Okay, so Kalthena is actually going to move up into that central chamber, close enough to where she can cast haste on you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That'll be what she does. That'll end her turn. Let's see. P. It is Pseudo Daddy's turn.
I think he's just gonna stay with me.
Okay. You don't want to have him attack or anything? Okay. So he's
No.
going to chill on your staff.
Yeah. Probably gonna crawl into my pack.
You want him to crawl in your pack?
Yeah.
Okay. He crawls in your pack for protection. I mean, just for... Well, I guess he is your she. It's actually a she, just so you know.
Oh.
I think I've been saying it's a he this whole time.
Yeah, we definitely have. That's good to know.
It's really a she.
Cool.
Um...
She doesn't seem to mind.
Yeah, and she's your familiar at this point, so she does what you have her do.
Yes.
What you will her to do. Pseudo girl mommy climbs in the backpack,
Hate it.
and now it's gonna be Sanguine's turn. Sanguine is going to move away from you. She's going to from the central chamber move up. And so she's gonna move away with you without disengaging or anything. So you can go ahead and take an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
That's 12. That's 12 plus 6. That's an 18.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. That's 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Jesus Christ. Okay, so what she's gonna do is she's gonna, and she traces the arcane sigils with these wide circling motions of her hands, and she's creating this like large arcane sigil that then she sort of like flares out, and as it does, the ring expands in this giant concentric circle about with about a 20 feet diameter, and as it lands and hits the ground, it all erupts into flames. There's this giant wall of flames now around her. You, however, are in it because of where she positioned herself.
Okay.
She took that hit from you and then put herself in the spot and then cast this. And where it landed right under your feet. And then woof. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I have advantage on that now that I'm hasted.
Oh, dude. Dope. 8, 5, 6. So that's 11, 19,
So
21.
Oh, son of a bitch.
20.
That's 14.
So 14 total?
Yeah.
You just didn't make it. Her DC is 15.
Yeah.
So you're going to take 26 points of fire damage.
I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious again? Wait, how much health did you have?
I have 24 hit points
I thought you were healed full.
No.
No?
I only had 30 hit points when we started.
But I thought Hugin healed you up all the way last round.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah, you are. You go down. And you hear Sanguine laugh.
I don't, because I'm unconscious.
Well, no, you do. As you're falling, you hear the high-pitched laughter of delight in her voice. Now, when it was going to be your turn, it is no longer your turn. Well, actually, you need to roll me a death saving throw.
It's a 14.
Okay. You succeed. It is now Miles' turn. Miles, being where he's at, is actually inside of that ring of fire.
I mean, can he move?
He can get up. I mean, nothing's changed except now he can't use that jump ability.
Okay. Can he... Okay. How far away from her is he?
Huh?
How far away from her is he? He's inside of it, so
he's inside of
like
it.
within
He's like
10
15
feet,
feet, yeah.
So he has enough movement to
Totally.
get to her. He's gonna just go up and slash at her.
Stabby,
Yeah, he's
her
gonna
toes.
balance on 2 legs and make 2 claw attacks.
2? He's got 8 legs. So he's lost 2. He's got 6 now.
Oh, there you go. So
He's
he's
walking
balanced
on
on his
4.
other legs. Yeah, he's gonna make his sickle claw attacks and just slash at her.
So PJ, I think you missed it, but he blew off. Miles blew off his 2 back legs doing his jump ability and missed Sanguine and like hit the ground and it was terrible.
16?
16 to hit. Mm-hmm. That's a hit.
And the other one's not gonna hit. Oh wow. 13 points of damage.
What?
13 points.
You're not serious.
I am serious.
Oh my god. That's insane.
Yeah.
He slashes at her leg and you watch as her...
I don't.
Well, everyone else does. Cinematically, you're all watching as her leg buckles. She nearly collapses to the floor. And she's gonna, I think, Wall of Flame is concentration. She'll need to roll a Constitution check. Let's see, that's an 18, nice. So she maintains concentration on the spell. Now we are back up to Hugin. Hugin is immediately going to begin essentially running towards you. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have all the movement that he needs to get up to you. He makes it about halfway. But then he's going to cast Sacred Flame on her and move his spiritual weapon towards her as well to make an attack. I believe spiritual weapon just it can make an attack.
I think so, yeah. Spiritual weapon. Bonus action. You can move it up to 20 feet and repeat the attack. So.
Okay. So 20 feet.
She would have only moved,
She would only
10
move.
or 15.
Right, so she could have hit you with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that with its full 20 movement, it can make it and make an attack. He's also going to do... So the attack for the spiritual weapon hits, and her dex save fails. So she's taking 3d8.
And she needs
So
to make
1
2
plus
concentration
3.
checks.
It's 4 points of damage. another 9. So 13 points of damage total for both those attacks as the Dreamcatcher staff just thunk, just hits her on the head. And then the Sacred Flame, he's just lobbing these just motes of just like blobs of spiders that just land. And as they do, they just erupt into flame.
She needs to make 2 concentration checks.
She does. Combined, though, she just needs to beat a 10 on both of those. 1. Flames go out.
Oh, God.
Yeah, flames go out. You know what? She'll use her Dark One's luck to try to add a d10 to that roll. She needs to roll a 9. Or a 10. Nope, roll a 3. All right.
Nice try.
Yep. So her flames die down. You can see that she is... Well, you can't see. You can see Sanguine on the ground, breathing heavily, sort of collapsing on one arm. She's just barely holding herself together, keeping her hand on her staff, held up by that, just alone. Is now Calthena's turn. What would Calthena do? I imagine Calthena would just in terror just yell out your name as you go down. And as she calls out to you, just angrily, automatically already start making the sigils and signs for another magic missile. And then blah, 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 they would all erupt off at once in this just sort of burst of like fireworks as they careen through the air, spiraling around each other and all find and home in on their target of Sanguine. They all hit because they can't not hit.
Yep.
And Sanguine is battered into the ground and collapses right there and then.
You're even going to roll for damage?
I know.
Nice.
She has 3 health left.
Nice.
Well, let's go back to some... What the heck?
You okay?
Okay. So, yeah, with that out of the way, she's down. Your friend...
I didn't even get to use that haste you cast on me.
Nope, you didn't even really get to do much of anything.
Yep.
But you did do a good amount of damage. Hugin runs up to you and immediately casts another Cure Wounds. He's going to do so at 3rd level. So I believe that's 3d8.
I don't remember. What?
7, 8,
Nice.
2. So 17 plus his spellcasting modifier. So you get 18 points of health back as you're revived and you just breathe back in. A lot of the burn marks and scorch marks that lit you up essentially are slowly beginning to fade. You feel the glow of his magic making the burning sensation, the almost like numb burning sensation, subside. So you are now up. And Calthena runs over to you as well. And she says, Tiriel, oh my god, are you okay?
No, I'm not. That is the second time that's happened today.
Well, we've got her. She's done. I don't think she'll be getting up any longer. And you look over to see Sanguine's just battered corpse. Because Calthena didn't bother to hold her punches and there was no one there to tell her not to.
Nope. Never would anyone have told her not to, so...
Yeah, you see Sanguine's body. Her eyes are still open. They look defiant still. To the last breath, she definitely wasn't afraid, wasn't scared. But yeah.
I'm just still, like, sitting on the ground. Like, Tiriel hasn't gotten up yet.
Okay.
It's like This is... sort of like shakes her head and still sitting there, puts her sword away. Her brother's not going to be happy.
With what she said, do we even know if he's still alive?
No, but if he is, it won't go well.
Well, at least that's done.
This is like...
Well, at this point, also, Hugin is moving over to her.
Mm-hmm.
And Hugin is, like, turning her body over, and he's beginning to do the work of, a priest of the Raven Queen.
Gotcha.
He's beginning to sort of attempt to communicate with her soul and put her to rest.
And look at him, she's like, I think, just be careful.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm sure you do, but...
Leave this business to me. You also now feel your staff sort of pulse and vibrate with an energy. You now know that your staff can do more things.
Use it to help me up.
I'm going to use one of its new special abilities called Help Me Up, Please.
I'm hurt.
Yeah, you get up and you notice that it thrums with sort of new life. You're also getting faint images in your head that sort of are flashes, and they sort of hurt the front of your skull, but they're flashes of a life not your own.
Interesting. Tiriel just like takes a deep breath and is just she's tired.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
And
I mean, you guys are worn out.
Sort of like braces that up on the ground and like just kind of closes her eyes and like leans on it for a minute.
Okay.
And just kind of...
You feel stirring in your backpack.
Loosen up the ties on the pack.
Out pops from your backpack a tiny little pseudo-dragon who immediately flaps his way over to perch once again on your staff. But the sounds coming from the pseudo-dragon aren't as jovial as it once was. It senses your weariness. And because of that sort of, you feel her put just like one claw on your face gently, and then leans over and sort of rubs. You feel the sort of smooth, velvety skin of her scales rub against your cheek. And then she pushes off and stands back to stand regally atop your staff, of course.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just reach up and like scooch her under the chin. I'll wait for Hugin to finish before I take all of her stuff. But I'm gonna just keep an eye on him and make sure that goes okay. Because Tiriel's just like really hoping that whatever he ends up talking to is actually Sanguine. Nothing like uses her to talk. Yeah. Just doesn't trust that even dead she's
right
entirely safe.
She's gonna give up.
Yeah.
Well, you watch Hugin, and as you're seeing him in the darkness, you're sort of viewing all this through your dark vision. You're seeing in shades of black and white. You're seeing him struggle as he is speaking with her from beyond the veil. His eyes are sort of rapidly moving underneath his eyelids. You just see the sort of bulbous outlines of his pupils darting, or not his pupils, his just eyeballs. Mm-hmm. And his mouth is working like they are trying to say words but aren't actually directly speaking words. And he sort of has her head in his hands. He's shut her eyes. He is sort of repaired some of the damage done to her features. But of course he can't clean up all the blood and stuff, and you see that his hands are now stained with the blood from the wound she's taken. And as he's holding her there, her head in his lap, and he's struggling with talking to her, eventually comes out of the state. And then he puts her head down, and he just he stands up, and then solemnly walks over to you guys. And he says, "The way we need to go, it is in this place. And she, if we have our way, she will not rest."
There's nothing you can do for her?
She's too stubborn.
Well, I don't know that I can blame her for that. This is her brother. Do you know if he's still alive?
I did not ask that question. I was being respectful. She was our enemy, but my enemies aren't the dead. They are my charge.
Well, does your charge mind if I see what's in her pockets?
She does not mind.
Then I'm going to go see what she has. And this is definitely moderately morbid. Like, I don't know how she wears her hair, but I kind of want to, like, if it's in a braid or if it's, like, tied off in some way, I want to, like, take her hair as proof that she's dead, just in case we need it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, she's never... I don't know how I described her wearing her hair in the first place.
I don't know if you did, so it's kind of a...
No, I mean, it's just long flowing hair, and plus from all the attacks that she's taken, all the damage she suffered, if it was in sort of any braid or loose ponytail, it's come out of that. So it's just now splayed out underneath her head. There's bits of blood, of course, sort of seeping into it, so it's a little matted. Some parts of it are. You, of course, can find some clean strands that if you want, you can take.
I'm going to just take a little length of string. I'm going to tie her hair like into a... Just turn her head to the side.
Well, you also know that she
together.
was definitely decorated with a lot of, like, gaudy jewelry and stuff.
I'll take that, too.
Okay.
But this is more to sort of point. Anyone could throw jewelry, but the matted, bloody hair is kind of a...
Wow.
Taking it, I'm gonna tie it up into like a loose like ponytail essentially, and pull out a dagger and just cut it off. I'm gonna tuck that away.
Word.
Just in case I need to prove that she's dead for
Okay.
any reason.
Among her belongings, you do find, of course, she has her staff, but as far as you can tell, it is just a regular staff to be used as an arcane focus. Mm-hmm. She does have on her some rings and jewelry and a good amount of gold. I don't know if you want to take that, but the rings and jewelry all together could equate to like 50 or so gold. The actual gold purse probably had another good 45 gold in it. So if you wanted to take all that, you could, to be a total of 95 gold.
I'll take it.
All right.
Above that.
She also had this round circular sort of stone that has elven runes on it. So yeah.
Okay.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break because my bladder can't hold out very much longer.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yeah, this has been awesome. Wow, we got so much activity.
Look at all that.
Look at all that. Oh my God.
All
right, we'll be back.
We're so dumb. All right, I'm going to switch to the intermission. We'll be back. All right, we are back.
Hello.
Hello, this way. Ooh, we will be back as soon as this catches up. All right.
My belly is so full of pizza.
Did you just inhale a piece of pizza? You monster.
I did not. I just took a bite off the one you pretty much mostly inhaled.
It's true.
Yeah. Trying to call me a monster. You're the monster.
I am. I'm a horrible monster.
All right. So.
They can definitely be repaired. It just takes some time.
Yeah, and she needs to find someone who can do it.
I can do it.
You have Tinker's tools, but I don't. It'd be hard for you to like repair his legs.
Oh, well.
I mean, you could do it. It'd just be hard, and you need some components, materials, things like that.
Yeah,
but
takes
Miles,
4 days to repair it by someone proficient with Tinker's tools, which I am.
Oh, is that what I wrote? Oh, well then, never mind.
So it'll take multiple days, but it's doable.
It is doable.
Or I'll roll really well, and it'll only take a day. But I am also going to do that. I'm going to go retrieve his legs before we leave, and I'm going to hand them to him to carry.
Okay. You go ahead and you retrieve his legs.
I'm gonna fold up the
hand them
joints.
to him. I guess he's just carrying everybody's feet today, everybody's shoes.
Hey, yeah, there's no feet in those shoes. It's just shoes. We can take those out. I'll leave those here. I don't need those.
You take the boots and you throw them out.
I'd trade out the boots that he's carrying.
You know, I think you should roll for whether Miles will actually go retrieve those again or not. How attached is he to the boots?
Oh, okay. What am I rolling for?
Just roll a d20. 10 or above.
That's an 8.
He leaves the boots.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 10 or above. He goes and retrieves them.
He looks at him. Leave it.
You now have this what did I call it?
Like a stone?
Like an elven, like a stone with some elven runes on it.
Yeah.
You also feel the thrumming of your staff, almost pulling you. Mm-hmm. Like it's trying to tell you something, despite the fact that it's not sentient in any way. Mm-hmm. The pseudo dragon even seems to feel it as well, as it's sort of the gem is like pulsing a little bit faintly with some light underneath her feet. And she's sort of like looking at it like she's like crouching around like dink, 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 and just like tapping on it curiously. So yeah, at this point, Calthena and Hugin are with you and waiting on your next move. Calthena says, the staff, what is it doing?
I'm not entirely sure. Question for DM.
Okay. I was about to go answer. Anyways.
And I guess this is sort of like metagamey. At one point, is this a place where we should rest, or should I move forward and look for somewhere to rest? Because I have 18 hit points and no way to get many more. So
I'll let you figure that out. Hugin can heal you. He can still heal you. And you do
don't.
have potions.
I don't. Unless somebody else does.
Calthena does. Calthena can give you a basic healing potion. And Hugin can also use Cure Wounds on you still.
Yeah.
He is out of 2nd level spell slots. He is out of 3rd level spell slots.
Yeah.
He has 2 1st level spell slots left.
I don't know.
Actually, yeah.
Do that.
So if you want to rest here, you can, but it's up to you.
Short rest? I can burn some hit dice, I guess?
Yeah, you guys could totally short rest.
Okay.
Yes, I think I'd like to sit down for a moment.
Yeah, and I will sort of more carefully take, part of my short rest to examine the staff and figure out what it is doing. Because I could...
I mean, you're attuned to it, so you just know what you got.
Okay.
Like, you know what you can now do with it. You don't need to actually attune to it any
I don't
further.
need to, identify or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, you could do an arcane recovery.
I already know. I could do an arcane recovery. I would get my blade song back. I would get my misty step back.
Oh, you didn't have any more blade song uses? Because you only get 2.
I did have another blade song use,
you
but
did.
I will have all of them now.
Got it.
So yeah, let's short rest, and I will mark the things I get back. The Twilight Eyes comes back on a short rest. The Basilisk Gaze is a long rest, correct?
Believe so. How many uses of the Basilisk Gaze do you get?
I think I just get one.
Oh.
But it's all on the iPad, so... Or you need to pull it somewhere. Okay, I will have that.
Where do you keep it?
I actually have it set up on D&D Beyond, so you'd have to pull it up there and read it all, but we can just look later. We don't need it right now.
Okay.
I know the things I do get back right now. I will Arcane Recovery.
Okay.
Could either do 1 second and 1 first level, or I could do 1 third level. I don't know what I want to do. What have I got for... I don't have much for first level prepared anymore. I'm gonna just go ahead and get a third level spell slot back. And I'm gonna roll a couple hit dice because I'm hurt. It's not bad. All right. So yeah, I will. Yes. Were you gonna say something?
Yes, I will say that for the Basilisk Gaze,
I think the Basilisk Gaze was a long rest. The Twilight Eyes, I thought was a short rest, but I'm not.
it is a long rest, but I'll say short rest.
Well,
We're not.
I can do it like a number of times equal to my charisma modifier, right? The
No, that's your Twilight Eyes.
Yes. Yeah.
But your Basilisk Gaze, you can only do once.
Per long rest.
I'm gonna say short rest.
Okay.
Because, this is just me and you, and it's no fun if you can't use your cool things.
Yeah. Well,
So.
I mean, I got to use it, and then.
And it worked.
Yeah. Didn't really matter because then something came and just knocked him unconscious.
Actually stunned him, yeah.
Yeah. It's just been a weird sequence of like doing something and then like.
Just
Cool.
being useless, like the haste, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calthena is gonna Arcane Recovery as well.
Yes.
She is what level spellcaster?
And then I will spend.
She's a 9th level spellcaster.
How many healing potions does she have?
She can give you. I don't remember exactly. I know that she did
Yes,
procure
she did
some.
get some.
I will say.
She has more than one.
I'll say she has 2 more.
Okay.
She has 2 more just regular potions of healing.
Could I take one of those?
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you not burn hit dice?
I did burn hit dice.
Are you at full
I
health?
don't know if I want to burn all of them though.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm not at full health. I'm a little bit shy.
Oh, okay.
Burned 3 of my 6.
Oh, okay.
Do one more.
You could probably get away with one more.
Oh yeah, that's solid.
Oh yeah.
That's I rolled a 10, so that gets me up to almost full health. So I won't take that healing potion. I won't worry about it. I have an eraser in here somewhere, rattling around in the drawer.
Calthena is gonna Arcane Recovery and get back 2 second level spell slots.
Nice.
So that's 4. A 3rd level, and then 2. Wait. Is it your wizard level halved?
Halved.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then 2. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Rounded up though, right?
Yes.
So she would have 5.
Yeah.
So she's gonna recover 2 second level spell slots.
And 1 first level.
Actually no, I'll do 1/3 and 1 second.
Nice. That's a good move.
Yeah, it's actually so that she can use a haste. All right, cool.
Okay.
You guys rest. I'm assuming in one of those little like semicircles.
Yeah.
Away from the body of Sanguine.
Yeah.
Which is now sort of propped up in some sort of better way.
Just left there.
Yeah. I mean, she actually looks like someone intentionally placed her there to be found and not just this mangled, bedraggled corpse.
Cool. Her bodyguard, however, is still lying in a puddle of his own blood downstairs.
No, I mean, he was incinerated.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She burned him up. That's right. Okay, yeah. And then I will sort of spend the rest of the time that we are resting just, probably sitting in sort of a, like, meditative pose with the staff. Just kind of feeling it out and figuring out what it is that it does. So that then I can use this information that I now have.
I'd like you to go ahead and roll me
something.
just roll me a straight
Roll you with something.
intelligence check.
Okie dokie. Just a straight intelligence check?
Yeah.
Not a arcana check or anything?
No.
That's a 13.
13? Okay. As you're sitting there meditating with the staff, you are getting, again, these flashes. They hurt the frontal lobe of your brain. As you're getting these flashes, you're not quite sure.
Alright. Goodbye.
Later,
You
man.
may have left a few minutes ago, but...
Yeah, so...
Wizard.
Basically, I'm letting her be 2 classes at once, and she levels them both up at the same time. It's something in like the solo format called Gestalt. It's a way to sort of let solo characters be a little bit more powerful, actually a lot more powerful, because they have to play alone. So, yeah. As you can see, she's not totally immune or overpowered in a sense.
I still go down.
She just has a lot more options available to her. So yeah. And Haley loves both wizards and rogues, and this was the natural outcome.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're sitting there meditating and you're feeling these flashes in your head. You're seeing through the eyes of someone who lived quite a long time ago. In the time that Palavin was not a decimated city. And in these images that hurt, you're able to make sense of them by stealing your intellectual mind, by sort of sinking further and deeper into sort of the bounds of your wizard training. Using those as guideposts to help you navigate these painful and erratic visions, you are noticing you're seeing through the eyes of someone else who has this staff in their hand as you did, or as you do. And through these visions, you're getting the sense of urgency. You're seeing this person look out across the cityscape below as Palavin slowly stair-steps down away from them until it meets the plains of the Riverlands. And then far off in the distance, this person can see the treetops of the Merwood beginning on the horizon, and then even farther still, the sort of the tiny bulbous cresting of the World Tree off in the distance. And they're seeing all this, but there's a sense of urgency to them. They're looking out across this, and they are afraid, and they wield the staff just as you did. And for some reason, you can't help but feel a link between you and this person. And these are sort of the images that you get. You come back to your meditative pose after your short rest, to Calthena tapping you on the shoulder saying, Tiriel, are we going to go?
Yes.
It is time we figured out what is going on here, says Hugin.
I can tell. Well then, I'm going to stand with the staff, kind of shoo the dragon off of it and onto my shoulder. And I will cast Find the Path with it.
You do that. And I know the location that you're searching for, so you don't even need to... You cast that, and you're watching as the stone on the top begins to glow. The pseudo-dragon actually flaps off of it, sort of in reaction to its sudden swell in lumens. It lands in your shoulder. Yeah, it lands in your shoulder, and as it does, you see the staff, sort of like. It's not like it's just like a straight beam of light that's showing you where it's going. It's just sort of like pulling, and the weight seems to pull your arm towards it, and it's just sort of leading you with the tip of it. There's no sort of like visual like line, but it is gently pulling you in the direction that you need to go.
Nice.
And you instinctually feel that the path continues below you.
Interesting. So back where we were, sort of.
Back in the boiler works, yeah.
Okay. Well, I suppose we follow the staff.
Okay.
And I will let it lead me.
Okay. You end up going back down one of those spiral staircases, back into, back below. So you're standing there again. You can see the boiler rooms, one to your left, one to your right. And then again, you see from the one to your left, there's another path that seems to go towards where it seems like it might sit underneath that central pool.
Oh, interesting.
And you feel the staff pulling you in that direction.
Okay.
So you're going to go?
I'm gonna just sort of always follow
Okay.
where it leads me.
So it leads you to that central boiler room chamber. At first, it's totally sealed off. It is just this large stone construction, completely sealed off. There is just a solid seam, a rectangular seam in front of you that seems like it's totally flush with the door, or flush with the wall. I mean, there's no way that it could. And you imagine this was used to like contain that heat. You sort of touch the staff to the door instinctually, and the door ends up opening up. And then as it does, you find yourself in this central boiler work room that is very much flame scarred on all sides. You imagine that in the past this was used to heat the pools up above. But at this point you can see the sort of roots that have like come down and broken off into, from the top below that were trying to sink further. Looking for sources of water, but they didn't really get very far before they stopped.
Interesting.
On the ground, you also notice a tiny idol, a tiny stone statue.
Nice. Like just lying on the ground.
Of a creature you're not unfamiliar with. And Calthena laughs. She goes, "They must have had the same idea that I did. That stone idol right there. That one that could fit in your pocket. That's a magman.
Oh.
I use those to heat my tea."
Yeah, I've seen those. It's the thing that keeps trying to get out of your fireplace.
Yeah, well, it is unsuccessful so far. Thankfully.
Do you think they were using these
To power the
this?
furnaces, could be.
Interesting.
Maybe they were using this with a combination of just fire elementals. It's a great way to power your home with different various elements. Is just to take control of these creatures. And if the elves of that day and age were half the wizard that I am, or if I'm half the wizard that they are, I mean, of course it'd be nothing for them to do this. It'd be easy as snapping their fingers.
I'm gonna pick that thing up.
Okay.
It's just like a little carved stone idol.
Of a magman.
Nice.
Yeah. You also feel the staff is beginning to pull the head of it towards the ground. where it sort of taps at the center of the chamber, and you see where there is this circular indentation on the ground.
Interesting.
Like something might fit in it.
Does it look like about the size of the little emblem thing I'm carrying?
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a look at that? Because I didn't do it during our short rest. See if I can decipher what it says. If there's any information on it that's relevant.
No, there's nothing really relevant. They're just runes. Runes that sort of like shorthand say like, bleh. Runes that
They say meh.
Bleh. In their sort of shorthand way, hot, below, and passage.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
Don't dead open inside.
Yeah. What?
This is The Walking Dead. It's like one of the opening scenes where they'd like written on one of the doors, like the hospital he wakes up in, like, don't open dead inside, but they wrote it in such a weird way that says it's like, don't dead open inside.
Nice. Wow.
I wrote
what
that
a really
on the
obscure
basement
reference.
door once when it flooded the first time, like when we
Nice.
lived here. I wrote, don't water open inside. Like,
You're stupid.
I also thought it
Anyways,
was funny.
let's go.
Anyway, well, yeah, I'm gonna just sort of like, pull that out and just slide it in here.
Okay. As you do, the stone floor begins to shift in a way beneath you, as the stone sort of begins to pull itself away, and as it shifts and slides, it begins to make what looks like a staircase.
Nice.
That proceeds even further below.
Nice. Huh? Down we go.
You begin to walk down
Love
into the darkness. Of course, you can see it, and so can everyone else in your party.
Yep.
As you guys make your way down,
Is this like continuing to be sort of unnaturally shadowy, or this is just sort of normal?
this is normal darkness at this
Okay,
point, yeah.
cool.
Not the sort of thick, heavy, magical darkness that sort of
Yeah.
kept your vision, even your magical dark vision at bay.
Mm-hmm.
So you descend down, and as you do, you find yourself in an open cavern, a long tunnel, really. The cavern's about 25 feet wide, but on both sides it seems to be there are two tunnels leading to and from the little cavern that you're in, that you've stepped into. The tunnels themselves are about 15 feet wide, about 10 or so feet tall. The staff immediately begins leading you into the tunnel that proceeds to your right.
Okay. Sorry,
No, that's fine.
a little behind on.
This is your first episode. Well, thanks for watching. We super appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask, because,
We'll try to keep an eye on it. Sometimes we
yeah.
get all swept up. But you can find us on Instagram too.
Yep,
Check stuff
and
out there.
and YouTube channel. So if you wanted to go back and watch all the episodes, you could from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
The exception of episode 4, which you have to then go to our link tree and read the recap because we had a tech failure.
we
But
lost.
that's whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm heading down the right-hand tunnel.
All right.
I'm following this. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to necessarily do at the moment. Yeah. I'm gonna just follow this down the tunnel.
Okay. You follow it for quite some time. I want to say, I don't know. You follow it at least for an hour, and you just keep going. Is there anything you like to do? It's just a straight tunnel. You don't. That's at points here and there. There are divots in the walls. It sort of emerges and links to other caverns that then are linked to the link onto another tunnel on the other side. That you just keep going down the staff leading you the entire time. At an hour, you are still in the tunnel. You're still walking.
Do I get any sense? I'm trying to remember it because I just read Find the Path. I'm going to quietly whisper to myself, how much farther? How far it is and in what direction it lies.
So it's in the general direction that you're going. Mm-hmm. You seem to be traveling towards the heart of Palaven. Mm-hmm. The Ruby District isn't so far from the center of Palaven, and you're getting the sense that you have maybe 4-ish more miles to go.
Okay.
So at your travel pace, I think you can cover 4 miles in... I forget the travel rules. I have the book. I have the book! I will look. It's in a book. Just take a look. Learn all the rules. Yeah. Oh, actually, you can do 4 miles in an hour if you're going at a fast pace. I'm assuming you guys are going like at a slow pace though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do 2 miles in an hour.
So we'd be another 2 hours about to where it's leading us.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, from where you're at currently, it's 4 miles from there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
So 2 hours from your
yes.
point. Okay.
That's what I know. I'm
sorry.
Jeez, boo. Yeah, I guess I'll keep an eye out for anything of like particular interest, but I don't necessarily want to like waste a whole lot of time. Like, Tiriel's definitely sort of the sense of like urgency and concern that came from the staff and the person who had it before is definitely echoed by her own. Like, she's just that didn't really do anything to help like calm her. She's like, yeah, this is what we're doing. Mm-hmm. This is where we're going.
Totally.
But it's just like asks the staff how much farther, gets a vague idea, and just sighs. Does anyone know any songs? Anything to occupy the time?
I know a drinking game, but we do not have any drink.
Does not seem like a good idea.
Well, if I'm going to be marching to my death, I'd rather do it drunk.
We're not marching to our deaths. And we need you not drunk, Hugin.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I can do my job drunk still. I hope you know that.
That's still very concerning.
And it also takes me a lot to get drunk. You've seen this.
I have also seen that, and I think we should just hold off.
I did bring some meat. Are you sure you don't want some?
Maybe a small sip.
I knew it. He takes out his bottle of meat.
Hugin, I got blown up twice today.
I know, I saw it. That's why you need meat the most.
I'll take a very small sip.
He hands you the bottle.
It's a bottle? He just pulls out a whole bottle. He didn't even put it in like a water skin. Ugh. Appreciate that.
Hugo knows how to travel.
Yeah. Yeah. Tira's just walking. She'll take a small sip of that.
Okay. You take a small sip? Mm-hmm. It's really nice. Super tasty.
Yeah. Have you had this the whole time?
Well, yes, of course. I was saving it for when we would celebrate, but...
Oh.
It seems that we might...
Not get the chance.
Yes.
Well, cheers. I'll take another small sip and offer it to Calvena.
Yeah, Calvena takes it, and she takes a hearty swig. Oh, this day has been very stressful. I didn't know that it would come to this. I thought we would just be exploring and finding out cool, interesting things about Palaven, and apparently it has come down to saving the entire northern stretch of the world.
Yes, it's definitely not what I thought I'd be here doing either.
But you did know, and you didn't tell me. And then she hands the bottle off to Hugin. Hugin just gives you a look and just shrugs.
Hugin knew too. It wasn't just me.
I'm mad at both of you.
Sorry?
It's okay. I just wish I would have known a little bit more about what we were walking into. we could have prepared those men, and we could have all been maybe on the same task.
I don't know that I could have prepared anyone for anything other than where we're going now.
Look, fine. No one could be prepared to stop whatever plot we are stopping, but had we had known, they could have kept eyes out. They could have seen when things were getting put into motion by Agrahim and Sanguine, and this Bast character that we know nothing about. So for future reference, trust me.
I will do my best.
That's all I ask. I know you two are fond of your secrets, but if we're going to work together, we might as well just be honest.
Well, we are marching towards some sort of remnant of the Scourge that has been trapped in time by the elves of Palavin, who are still trapped alongside it. It's trying to do something with the tree in the heart of the city, and I have no idea what we're going to do about it.
You can give me that. And then Calthena reaches back over for the bottle before he's even had a chance to take another drink, snatches it from his hands, and then just downs another 3-4 good swigs. Take it.
Thank you. Take another sip and hand it to you.
Hugin takes it and he's like looking at Calthena, and then he just takes in like a few hearty swigs himself. I don't suppose we would get another chance to rest after this, would we?
I have no idea.
All I know is that once this is done, I'm going to sleep for a day.
Oh.
A solid day.
Yes.
I can't wait to get back to my tower. If I ever get back to my tower.
Mm-hmm.
Tiriel, what are your plans after this?
I have no idea.
You don't have any plans?
A lot of my plans were sort of upended by this.
Huh.
I thought I was going to be coming here and putting my own mark on this place, but it seems more like I will be trying to stop someone else's.
I mean, you've certainly left your mark here, Tiriel. No one will forget the things you've done. At least I won't.
Well, I appreciate that. But I don't know. I don't know where I'll go. I don't know that I don't know what's out here. This is as far as I've gone.
Since we're talking about honesty and all, are you ever going to tell me why you came out here? Ever since the day I met you, you've kept that particular thing under wraps.
Because you won't like it if I tell you.
Tiriel, at this point, I like you. I don't think there's anything you could say that would turn me against you.
I left the Merwood. I was exiled by my own brother.
That's harsh.
He is committed to tradition. But I left because the elves are unhappy and unsettled and ready to go to war. And I don't think they're going about it the way they should. I don't want to see my people throw themselves into more bloodshed. And I came out here because I thought I had an idea of a way I could help them. I thought I'd uncovered something powerful and dangerous. And I couldn't do it in the Merwood. I had to do it out here.
So like any great wizard, you were tempted by the folly of power.
I'm not yet convinced it was folly. tempted by power. Granted power. And now I'm out here to do something with it.
What is this power you speak of?
I spent decades in the Emerald Realm.
Decades?
I spent a very long time there. Learning things. Going places, seeing things. Incredible things. And I don't know what it is that I have. I think... Honesty. I think it's a way to open a door.
You can see her, her eyes dart back and forth as she's, mentally racing to try to, figure out what you mean, and then realization dawns upon her as she looks back at you and she says, "You want to open up a portal? But to where?"
Hopefully the Emerald Realm.
Well, So that's what you mean. So you would open up a door to the Emerald Realm, and what? How would that help the Merwood?
I like to think that it... The elves are tied to the land, and I think to the Emerald Realm too.
Well, of course. Right?
And I would like to strengthen them. I would like to give them more footholds to the places that give them strength and give them power. And I would like to do it without having them go to war.
But wouldn't that just give them another place to march to?
I don't know. What if we could offer them a reason to open their borders? What if we could give them a place to come without having to fight their way here?
So you think if you created a place where the boundary between the Emerald Realm and ours was opened, that they would have another camp of sorts and a place to plant their own flag?
When I left, I wanted to make them a place to march to. I wanted to give them a place to come and take, and I wanted to pave the way so they didn't have to fight their way here, but that they could take it anyway. And I'm not sure I want exactly that anymore.
So basically what you're saying...
You wanted honesty!
That's very bold of you, Tiriel. I knew you were a wizard and a blade singer, but you were a soldier as well.
It runs in the family.
Huh.
But...
Well, I am curious, though. They say, long ago, before the elves closed themselves off to the rest of the world and all gateways between our world and others were shut, that wherever the elves went, there was a bit of the Fae that followed, and that everything was a little bit more greener, more colorful, and that when the elves had left, that color subsided. It had gone with them. I'm certainly not entertaining the idea of you bringing in the military might of the elves this far west. But I certainly wouldn't mind a little bit more color.
The Emerald Realm is almost more my home than the Merwood. And it's a beautiful and terrible place. It's... I hope you could see it for yourself someday.
Well, if you create a door, I could certainly have a peek to the other side.
Hopefully. Or...
What if you had told me this sooner? I would have. Gah! And she just gets a little frustrated, a little inebriated as well. She grabs the bottle back from Hugin and goes to, like, take a sip, but it just, like, one drop just falls at her tongue, and she shakes the bottle angrily, looks at him, and he just shrugs again. And then she hands it off to him. And she says, "Oh, I'm just thinking now. I could have created a room in my house that was safe and tucked away. And we could have tested your ritual. We could have seen if it would have worked. And I could have gone to the Emerald Realm. We're surviving this."
Well, I'm glad my bout of honesty has inspired you. Because...
And if we do survive this...
I'm already feeling very chastised, if that helps.
Yes, it helps a little bit. I do feel slightly better, knowing that you're feeling a little guilty. Tiriel, what am I to do with you? You're so old, yet so young.
I didn't get out much. And when I did, I went to the Emerald Realm. I went to the Emerald Realm. I don't have to grow up ever.
Never had to grow up at all. Just be a kid for the rest of my days.
Anyway.
You guys continue walking and talking and bantering like this. It's definitely helped to lift the mood up.
Mm-hmm. Used will die in good spirits.
Yay! But you guys continue along for about another hour. And so you make it another 2 miles. Your staff's just still leading you along this one tunnel way. Mm-hmm. Do you want to do anything at this next 1 hour mark?
No one needs to rest, really.
Nope.
No. I will just keep us going. But at this point, I want to sort of keep an eye on
Basically.
On what's around us, now that I know we're closer. And just...
As you guys continue further, and you are beginning to get closer to that next hour mark, give me a perception test.
Okie dokie. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Oh, plus 8 to my perception.
Ahead of you, you hear...
I hear stuff.
You hear stuff.
Oh, poop. I hear stuff.
You hear the sickening crunch of bone. The quiet splash of blood hitting the ground in large quantities. Almost like something is being snapped in half by...
Something's being eaten. There's...
A little bit. You hear this and you get the sense that it's a good 100, 120 feet. The sound is just an echo off the cavern walls. But you hear it. And it makes your stomach sort of tighten up into a small knot inside.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling that.
What would you like to do?
I would like to... I'd like to be sneaky.
Do you want Caltena and Hugin to follow after you?
Yeah, probably. Can I... Do I have to be holding the staff to find the path? Or could I put it away?
If you put it away, you'll still feel its tug.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to put it back on my back then.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
Anything described as a sickening crunch.
It's sickening.
I don't have a way to like scout ahead of me super well.
Are you going to tell your companions about what you hear?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I will use message
Okay.
to do it silently.
Got it.
And just tell them there is something being eaten up there. Messily. And
Should we wait? I am not the most sneaky.
we can wait and see what it does.
I'm saying, should we wait? And he just like gestures between him and Calthena.
You want
And
me to go up there alone?
I think you have the best chance of not being seen.
Okay.
Just a suggestion.
I'll go up maybe far enough to see what it is.
Okay.
And I'm gonna activate my Twilight Eyes before I
Ooh.
do.
Okay, so you get a little extended range.
Yeah,
Okay. And it's what, 90 feet?
it is.
Okay. Go ahead, and if you're going to move up within range to see this thing.
Pull up my cloak. So that it will have disadvantage to see me. And I'm gonna try to stay sneaky.
The sneaky.
I'm gonna try to be sneaky.
Okay.
Should I roll for stealth?
Yep.
Right now?
Roll for stealth.
Oh,
I'm roll at disadvantage for stealth.
Fuck!
Or for perception. What'd you roll?
Roll a nat 1.
You rolled a nat 1? Don't you have advantage on the stealth check?
I don't have advantage. Only to hide. So if I'm specifically trying to hide, then sure, I have advantage. But if I just need to roll a generic stealth check, that is an 11 total. Because I have a plus 10 to stealth. So, yeah.
This thing got a 12 with disadvantage. You had a nat 20 and a 9.
I can't believe I rolled a nat 1. I'm so tired.
You you get within range to actually see this thing. What you see is a large, hulking, four-armed creature that sort of sits on like haunched legs. I guess haunched is not the right word. They're more like they're structured like cat legs almost.
Okay.
So they sort of have that like
Yeah.
like springy sort of look to them. But he has two sets of these giant, long-fingered, black-clawed arms. And then two smaller sets of arms that sort of are splayed out in front of him. And you see that he is busy going to work wrenching one of the bodies of Agrahim's bodyguards.
Oh.
Just ripping them apart. You can see the man, the former bodyguard of Agrahim, his eyes lifeless, but you can see this thing has wrenched him completely in half. You see
That's really gross.
a bit of his spine hanging. You see his legs dangling, and you just hear.
Tiriel
And then just
gives away her position with the like.
and then yeah, this thing you watch as its head just perks up, sort of like tilting its ear back in your direction. It's now outlined also in color, and so you definitely can see it. And then it turns its head to you. It has this very almost like wolfish maw, but it's totally hairless except for this long head of long white hair that goes down to the base of its spine.
As soon as it turns and sees me, I'm gonna turn and run back to them.
You're just gonna dash?
I'm gonna, yeah. Not sneaky enough.
You say that to Kathena. What was it?
I have no idea. Do I have any idea what that is?
No.
Cool. No idea.
I mean, if you'd like to roll me
It's horrible.
some sort of intelligence, I guess Arcana would be the closest thing you got, but it's going to be a hard check.
It's a fucking 4! It's a 16.
Okay.
Because I have a plus 12 to my Arcana, so...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be really cool if I could stop rolling like shit.
You're not quite sure what this thing is, but it definitely feels demonic in origin.
Love it.
So yeah, you say that to your companions, and you hear the low, this sort of chuckle reverberate down the cavernous hallway.
Mm-hmm.
So you've made it.
Oh, it's talking to us. That's great.
It's actually speaking to you in Elvish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Neat. So I guess Kalthena probably understands it.
Mm-hmm.
Hugin does not. Does he seem to understand it?
He knows any 2 languages. I will just say no, he does not.
Okay.
Kalthena definitely, like, you see her eyes perk up, and Hugin's eyes definitely perk up because he can hear things, but he doesn't understand it.
Okay.
Also, I wish I could have made it to the end, but I have to go to the bathroom again. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Give me just a moment, guys. Ugh. Oh, I can't get out of the way.
Well, I love being left here to entertain people in case he leaves. It is kind of cool to see, though, that there's less of a delay. Normally there's like a horrible delay between our stream, what we're recording, and what's actually broadcasting on Twitch. And so when we have Twitch up, I can actually see that there's not that bad of a delay this time. So that's cool, if you guys think that's cool. Yeah. This is gonna be great. Thanks for sticking around. Those of you who have stuck around. That's pretty cool. This is honestly, I don't know if you guys can see how many people are viewing all at the same time, but we've got 3 people. I don't think we've had more than, like, 1 steadily throughout a stream. And normally it's PJ, and we love PJ for that. But the fact that we peaked at 5 people tonight, this is so cool. Like, there's not that many, but every one of you guys means a lot. So it's cool to have people who want to follow along with this. I hear Casey flushing! He's back. I killed it. It's a wrong video.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I guess we can just move on. Okay, so, yeah, you heard it speak?
Yeah.
What you want to do?
I am going to...
Pee your pants.
No. I'm not.
You hear it call out to you again. Come. Don't be shy.
No, thank you.
Cheeky.
I say we make it come to us.
Oh, okay.
And I think we should just hold here. Because Hugin can activate his bubble, and we can be close to each other. And if it wants us that badly, it can come to us. Gosh, I just...
Okay.
And...
I mean, if you just want to draw it out, sure.
yeah. I don't necessarily want to run up to it. Yeah. So I've got my Twilight Eyes going. I would like to activate my Blade Song if it comes towards us.
Okay.
And yeah, I won't try to hold anything else.
Just Blade Song?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to hold minute meteors
Okay.
and just have that ready to cast. Yeah, I'll hold on to that. I could also cast Shadow Blade.
Okay. Got it.
So that's also a bonus action, so I can only activate my Blade Song and do some else. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just like wait and activate my blade song if it comes at us.
Okay. You hear do, 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 do as it begins to step closer to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then the heavy footfalls seem to die down. And you see that at some point it disappears from your vision, the outline of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I don't. It just fades out.
Yes. Give me a perception test.
Advantage on investigation, not perception.
I'll have Calthena do it as well.
Perception?
Yeah.
That's a 27.
27?
Rolled a 19.
Wow. You and Calthena both look at each other as you look back, and Calthena's like, that's magical darkness approaching us.
Oh.
Yeah. And you see it. You sort of, it's hard for you to, you look at the difference between this sort of dark cavern wall and then the blob of opaque darkness approaching you from about 60 or so feet. And you think that it's that thing, but cloaked in magical darkness.
Okay. I'll look at something.
So yeah, would you already answer that thing about juggling two classes?
No, I didn't. But it's not that bad.
It's not that bad if you mix two classes that aren't complex. So for instance, a rogue's pretty straightforward.
And I've played both before, so
Yeah.
I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, she's played them both as just a rogue and a wizard separately. So she has a good grasp of both those classes. It is hard though to like knock everything out, but it is nice to have a wizard who can cast like Shadow Blade, and then a rogue who can sneak attack with the Shadow Blade, which is pretty intense. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any way to do anything about magical darkness.
No? You sure?
Yeah, actually. If he didn't cast a spell that I could have countered, then no. I guess that was my other question, is that just sort of appeared? Like he didn't do anything to create said darkness?
I mean, it's magical, and that's what Calthena told you, so you have an idea that he cast it somehow.
Well, that's my question. Like, did I see him cast any sort of spell I could have countered?
No, you didn't see him cast it.
Okay, well, I don't have dispel magic of any kind, so... I don't have any way to do anything about that.
Hold on. Checking to see if Fairy Fire could...
You could just target an area with it and hope you catch things in it. But... And I guess if it's magical darkness and it's in it, can it see out of the magical darkness?
You're not sure. You're not sure which senses it's using to walk down the straight path.
How wide is this tunnel?
It's about 15 feet wide.
Okay.
Enough for you three to be standing abreast.
And this thing is like really large? Like it fills the tunnel?
No, it doesn't really fill the tunnel. It's a big creature, but it doesn't totally fill the whole tunnel.
Okay.
And it's sort of like hunched. When you saw it, it was hunched in its posture.
Gotcha. don't have anything other than to just let it come at us unless Kathana or Hugin have an idea to do something about the darkness, because I don't have anything to counter magical darkness. So I'm just sort of letting it come at me, or we just turn and run.
Um,
I'm looking at other stuff of that.
real quick,
Okay.
you do hear it speak to you.
Okay.
If you're here, then Sanguine must have failed.
Yes, she's very dead.
Did you kill her?
Pull out that bloody ponytail and toss it out
Oh, wow.
into the hallway.
Okay.
She certainly didn't give me that on her own. I'm just sort of saying that into the dark cloud. You seem to know who she is. Are you just eating her bodyguards for fun?
They were the price paid so that I could come here.
Who are you?
I am a demon. That's all you need to know. I thought I would be meeting with her. Not you.
I think I'm much more interesting, but it's a little more subjective. Have you seen her brother around?
Listen. I was just brought into this world. I'm not so eager to leave it. Despite what my master would have me do. If you are capable of killing Sanguine, you are cunning enough to dispatch me as well. How about we make a deal?
I'm listening.
You let me leave, and I let you leave.
Where do you think you're going to go?
Wherever I want. I will not go back to that prison, that hellhole. I must stay free.
How I feel about that.
Are you saying that?
I want to.
Okay, well then you didn't say it.
Sort of lean back and look at Kathana and Hugin.
I mean, Calthena is giving you this wide-eyed look where she doesn't really want to speak, but then she subtly casts message and whispers in your ear. We can't let that thing get out of here. There's no telling what untold horrors it will inflict upon the people. It's not right. If I can just get but a glimpse of it, I can cast a spell to hold in place. That might buy us enough time to quickly dispatch it. But I can't see it, so I can't do anything about that. Well, what do you say?
I have one last question. Who is it that you serve?
I serve Bast,
Hmm.
but Bast serves one greater.
Just a corporate ladder you're trying to climb.
I was hoping to make assistant salesman by the end of the quarter, yes.
my salary to bump up twice, and I get to buy that new boat my wife's been looking at. Yes.
You know, one of those Tesla trucks.
How did you know?
You should drop that magical darkness. I can tell you, what color would look great with it.
Black, I'm pretty sure I know.
Oh.
Anyways, jokes aside.
Wait. Doubt I'll get him to agree to shake on it.
Whatever you can do. Just try and talk him into it.
I'm gonna take a step forward.
Okay.
If I agree to let you go, you wouldn't stop us from what we plan to do.
No,
Why not?
because I don't want to go back.
Back where?
You would not know.
Hence the question, but
You've heard of it. Of course you have. It is a plane beyond your comprehension, though. It is the plane of oblivion. The plane of prison and torment, where we lost souls are kept.
did Sanguine summon you here?
No. Well, you can't see him shake his head, so yes, say no. It was Bast. Bast is the only one capable of summoning me here.
So Bast is here.
Bast is ahead of you. He might be at the tree right now.
He won't be upset with you for not stopping us. If we get there and tell him that you just let us walk through.
You only hear a low grumble from its chest. Yeah. Don't waste my time, creature. If you need me to answer that question for you, then you are not worth my time. I mean, you get the sense that if you dispatch Bast and not him, he's free to go. Bast can't do anything to him anymore.
I just don't know what I want to do. I don't know. And I can't see. Just trying to strategize for a moment. I can't see beyond it.
No.
This darkness completely fills.
Yep. Yep, but you can see where it sort of starts, and it's starting about, at this point, 35 feet away from you. Is where the sort of edge of that darkness is at.
Okay. I just wish I had a more clear plan other than letting it just come at us. I'm gonna take a step back and using message tell Kalthana again, and then repeat it to Hugin so we don't keep leaving him out of all of our plans. It's like I don't want to let it go either, but I don't have a way to make it visible other than to let it come at us.
Get it to do it.
I don't know how.
Hugin says, sweet talk it.
Oh, yes.
Tell it something it likes.
Do you have a name that slowly mortals can use?
You may call me Loth.
Loth. Will you let us pass?
If you will let me pass. Yes.
I don't know what to do with it. I'm not good at talking to things.
Well.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
No, take your time.
Yeah.
That's what I love about D&D. Watching your players squirm with decision making.
Yeah, cause I don't have much. I don't have a whole lot available to me. We are burnt out, and I don't want to fight a demon, but I also don't want to let it go.
I mean, he's got to get it to lower its defenses, Boo. How hard is that?
Don't even.
Can we just try? I feel like that's the opposite of like the Matt Mercer like, well, you could always try, which is normally like a sardonic way of saying like you probably shouldn't try that.
Yeah.
But I'm actually encouraging it.
Try something.
Just do something.
Just. I'm gonna take a few more steps forward, and I'm gonna walk within like 15 feet of the edge of the darkness.
Okay.
Drop the shadow cloud. Let us see you. Let us walk by. I won't let you walk up to us in darkness, because I don't trust you. And you shouldn't trust us. So, I can drop the cloud, and we will watch each other. And pass. And I don't want to trip on the remains of your lunch in the darkness.
Roll persuasion. Or deception.
Deception's slightly better. Neither is great. Doesn't matter.
What was it?
It's a 3.
It's a 3?
Yeah. That's 9 total. So, I doubt it matters. Just decide something, because we're going to sit here all day.
Roll this dice. What's that?
It's 19.
You can use that roll.
Just get us out of here.
I don't know what this dice has been amazing.
Yeah. For all your, like, saves against stuff. Well,
So
except for those
with a
scorching
19,
rays.
with your generously gifted DM dice,
Thanks.
I'll make sure she remembers that. The
You'll kill me
creature,
later for it again, for the second time today.
the creature lowers its magical darkness and begins to step back beyond the threshold of where the chamber that he was eating those guys in opens up.
Oh. I don't think I realized it was eating them in a chamber. I
Yeah,
thought it was eating
yeah.
them in the hallway.
No, it was a larger chamber.
Okay.
So it steps back past that threshold, and now Hugin and Calthena can see this thing, and they both go like they essentially go a few shades paler, excuse me, as they watch this thing step back on its huge haunches. It just goof, goof, goof. And as it steps back, it sort of slides a little bit towards the left to sort of give you guys room to pass.
I'm gonna stay where I am and motion Kalthena and Hugin
Okay.
to come up.
As they come along, you hear a message from Kalthena go, as soon as we pass, I'm going to cast it.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys walk past. And as soon as you are steps past him, you hear Kalthena, under her breath, begin to mutter the incantation for Hold Monster. I'm going to have her do this with a sleight of hand check. She's not proficient in it, but it'll just be a straight dex check.
Could she...
Oh, god damn, that's a 19!
Hell yeah. Well, I was going to say, could she use me as cover as she comes, like, behind me to do it? But
yeah.
she rolled really well, so...
I will have him now roll a perception check, because he's definitely watching you guys. And that's an 8 plus 3, that's an 11. So he does not notice her doing it, so I will give her the initiative on this.
Okay.
So Hold Monster, he's going to need to beat, what is it? Are you looking in the book?
Oh, I can. I was actually looking at something else. Hold Monster, Wisdom save.
Wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it's got a plus 0 to its wisdom. It needs to beat
Don't roll one of my dice?
Sure. It needs to beat a 14. It rolls a 10.
Thanks.
That thing, as soon as it takes one step, Kalthena utters the incantation, casts the spell, and that thing is now locked in its step.
Cool.
You hear, "Ugh!" And this just, you see its eyes dart over towards you guys, and it is just red with rage. And we will go ahead and end our session here tonight. Is that okay?
Oh,
Because combat might take a while.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just
Okay.
kind of disappointing to end it on something I just, like, struggled with so much.
Well, you know,
But-
maybe next week come back fresh. And not struggle so much.
I still have so much of this Yerbo left. I could keep going.
Oh, ooh, I can help you. Oh. Anyways, we will go ahead. We'll pick it up next time. Tiriel has just frozen the demon Loth, who she's now getting past slowly. And so this is going to trigger combat. When we come back in next time, we're going to roll initiative. We're going to roll right into it, into a fight.
I just want to do it now.
I'll probably give them surprise, essentially. And this thing's paralyzed anyways. So I don't expect a long fight. We'll see how it goes. Just a reminder, next week next week we are doing a dice giveaway. Or at least we're giving people the chance to enter into the dice giveaway.
I mean, we will do the giveaway next week. It will happen during the stream.
The whole thing?
Yeah, because people comment. We'll pick somebody when we come back.
From our intermission?
Yeah, so we'll go to intermission. You guys will hop into chat, do your thing. We will pick somebody and announce it on stream. So you guys have to be here. We will mention it on Instagram too, just so that people know and try to
that's
drive
fair.
up viewership,
If people
'cause
watch
that's
the
what
first
we're here
half of the episode to get some dice,
for. Yeah, whatever.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. So yeah, we will do that. There'll be more info on our Instagram. You can find us at, if you stumbled upon us today, which I know a few people did, but it's dungeon_duets on Instagram. You can follow us there. Check us out. Keep up with updates about stuff like that.
Yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it, especially for anyone who tuned in to watch today. We appreciate you a lot. Stay tuned for the next week, and we are slowly ramping up to the finale of this first arc for Tiriel, of the conclusion of what will happen in Palaven. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.
Alright, we're out of here. As soon as I hop over and actually turn it off.
Stop making our exit awkward.
I can't help it. I have to.
Ugh.
Alright. Bye, guys.